What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 20 of Simulating 20 Years on NASCAR Thunder 2003. It's me, and I'm watching along with you. I'm in the comments, in the live chat, watching this along with you guys. But I want to say it audibly. Thank you so much for all the support. This has literally helped me gain 100 subscribers, which is nuts to think about. So everybody that's new, thank you for watching. If you're watching this later, I'm still so appreciative of you. The awards is going to be at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around for that. But we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to do awards, we're going to do stats, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And obviously talk about this year and talk about what's next. So what's next is going to be the NASCAR 2000 sim. If you're excited for that, hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure to share this with your friends that love NASCAR. I know I do. I hope the Cup race was crazy. I will have just got done watching that when this goes live. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's crazy to think we got to this point. Consistency has paid off. You guys have been incredible. Next stop, 300 subs, and then the sky's the limit from there. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do once we run out of games to simulate on, but we'll figure it out. So, with that being said, the NASCAR Thunder 2000 sims next. I downloaded the memory card that has everything unlocked, so I did not beat the game, but I have everything I want and need. And there will be more schedule changes in that. We only did one in this one. It's a lot of work. But there will be more in that one. So, yeah, that's it. Let's jump into this. We're going to start with the 2021 Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte has won it the last 2 years. Who will be immortalized as the final Daytona 500 winner in our little universe? Let's find out. Marked safe from a Bobby Labonte three-peat at the Daytona 500. Steve Park, not going to win it. Ryan Newman, Mayfield, Benson, Joe Moore. It is Joe Moore. I made a joke about that being a college football award. That's actually his name. Shout out to, gosh, I don't even remember who it was at this point that said that he was, I hit the wrong button. He said he was actually a, oh gosh, what is the word? What am I trying to think of? He's actually a PRN announcer. There we go. I found it. We got there. Struggled to get there, but we got there. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. It does not matter. You guys want to know who it is. I'm just building suspense. This is all this is. I want to give credit where credit is due. Who said it? Evan Williams, 6406. That is Joe Moore from MRN Radio. Thank you, sir, for your contribution to the simulation. It's appreciated. I'm sorry, I'm a fucking idiot. 2.2 second margin of victory. Oh, God. No fucking way, dude. No way. Ashton Lewis Jr. wins the final Daytona 500. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know how to spell Ashton. I'm fumbling right now. Oh my goodness. Ashton Lewis Jr. Daytona 500 winner. I'm gonna get flamed because there's another fantasy driver. Jeff Burton finished in second. A. Smith, probably another radio person that I don't know, finishes third. Harvick fourth. Jay Sauter, good God, in fifth. Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Darrell Wolfe, Jimmy Johnson started on the pole. Of course he did. Dale Jr. down in 11th. Ashton Lewis Jr. fucking Daytona 500 champ. Really? Really? That's how we're going to start 2021. Okay. 1.9 second margin of victory at the Rock. Chad Chaffin, DNFs. Sad to see. Tony Stewart, Dan Pardis. The only other ones to DNF. Dale Jr. wins 92. Matt Kenseth finishes in second. Johnny Sauter, Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson with the top 5. Bobby Labonte, Kurt Busch, Ricky Craven with the top 10. Ryan Newman, James Killen with the top 10. Scott Wimmer in 11th. Yeah. I'm excited to see who the king of the simulation is between him and J-Mac. I know the results as of right now. I left the voting open until I'm done with this, until I'm done with the season. So You didn't know that, but it was open still. I left it open. But yeah, Dale Jr. win number 92. Crazy. No, J-Mac DNFs at Atlanta, 2.3 second margin of victory. So does Kurt Busch and Scott Wimmer. No, Tony Stewart also DNFs. Bobby Labonte, he wants another chip. He's going for it. Jeremy Mayfield finishes in second. Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth, Johnny Benson, your top 5. Robbie Gordon, Ryan Newman, Jeff Burton, Dan Pardis, and Elliott Sadler with a top 10. Johnny Sauter, Ricky Craven, and Ashton Lewis Jr. down to 13th. I was looking for Jimmy. Jimmy's had a good start to the year. Bobby. Oh, Kenseth, DNFs at Darlington. It's not really a close margin of victory, as Harvick also DNFs. I was hoping he'd be a dark horse for the championship. Dale Jr. wins. Number 93 leads 136 laps. Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, 2nd and 3rd. Rick Edwards and Ashton Lewis Jr., 4th and 5th. Johnny Sauter, Killen, Bobby Labonte, Chad Chaffin with the top 10. Jeff Burton in 10th. So, good stuff here from the boys. Johnny Benson down in 11th. Love to see it. The game had to think hard for John Andretti to DNF. That's what we'll go with. Coy Gibbs also DNFs. There's more because we didn't finish the race. Michael Waltrip DNFs. I feel like Mikey had a big crash at Bristol. And I think the other guy that did is Mike Harmon. Not Mark Harmon, Jesus. That's like the NCIS guy. But Mike Harmon, like, completely shredded his car. I think Mikey did the same thing at Bristol, if I'm not mistaken. I was sitting on this and then he DNF'd, so I was going to talk about it. Almost 9 seconds, the margin of victory. Oh my god, he's on the warpath. Dale Jr. leads 471 laps. Bobby Labonte in 2nd. Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch, Matt Kenseth, your top 5. Jimmy Johnson in 6th. Harvick in 7th. Tony Stewart, Joe Moore, Chad Chaffin, another top 10. Come on, Chad. Get it done, Chad. We need it. The community needs it, Chad. Checking the standings is always fun. Dale Jr., 69-point lead. Very nice. 3 wins. He's up to 94. A 3.4 average finish is ridiculous. He's only been outside the top 10 at the Daytona 500. Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte, Matt Kenseth, all there. Okay. Ashton Lewis Jr. in 5th. Sure. Johnny Sauter, John Killen. I've been calling him James Killen. It's John Killen. I'm stupid. He's in 7th. Any other weird... Ricky Craven's almost top 10 in points with 1 top 10. Yep. Sounds legit to me. I am incredibly sad. Jamie McMurray DNF. So did Johnny Sauter. Johnny Sauter has fallen off the face of the earth. Jeff Burton also DNFs. 1.2 second margin of victory. Number 95, Dale Jr. Holy shit. He is on pace for a crazy season right now. 95th win of his career. Matt Kenseth finishes in 2nd. Kurt Busch, Joe Moore, Jimmy Johnson, your top 5. Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, Rick Edwards, Ashton Lewis Jr., Bobby Labonte down in 10th, Benson in 11th. Junior wants that 100th win. He can feel it coming. Oh, Jimmy Johnson starts on the pole in DNFs. Oh my god, Dale Jr. DNF'd. We're gonna have a new winner by 18 seconds. I don't know who it's gonna be. Steve Park DNFs. It's not gonna be Bobby Labonte. It could very well be Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch. Roush seems to have been really good at the plate tracks. It is a Roush car. It was really not, I mean, margin of victory-wise, not very close, but standings-wise, very close to being a surprise winner. Kenseth wins by 18.5 seconds over John Killen. Johnny Benson in 3rd. Johnny Sauter in 4th. Johnny Gibbs in 5th. No, I'm just kidding. Coy Gibbs in 5th. Kurt Busch in 6th. Ricky Craven a top 10. Jeff Burton. Chad Chaffin another top 10. And the bust, Brian Vickers, makes an appearance in the top 10 in the final episode. Comment? I mean, we're premiering this live, so I'm talking directly to you now in a very past, future, I don't fucking know. Future tense, maybe? I don't know. Tell me if you think Junior's going to get to 100 wins in the live chat. I'm curious. What do you guys think? 6.2 second margin of victory. McMurray and Wimmer again. The Kings DNF. Roush had a rough day with 3 DNFs. Kurt and Matt Kenseth also DNF. Johnny Sauter, thank you for showing up. Oh, in a big way. Led 282 laps. Took him 50 laps to get to the front from 30th. Dale Jr. finishes second. Tony Stewart, Brian Vickers, and Ryan Newman. Vickers fulfilling his potential here in the last episode. Ryan Newman with the top 5 also. Jeff Burton, Sasha Soares, Jimmy Johnson, Michael Waltrip, Jeremy Mayfield. Of course, Sasha shows up in the top 10. As long as she doesn't win at Talladega, in the second half will be good. Lots of DNFs. Also, I always completely forget to say this. There's links in the description to like my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Discord. I've had some 2 people join the Discord. Join the Discord. Let's get that thing popping. Let's have some fun. Let's talk in there. Michael Waltrip DNF. Scott Wimmer just wants to be seen DNFing at Las Vegas. 7.5 second margin of victory. Yo, come on. What the fuck? We get a John Killen win at Las Vegas. It can't be Chad Chaffin, really? Bobby Labonte finished second. Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Johnny Benson, your top 10 or top 5. Dale Jr., Ryan Newman, Jeff Burton, Joe Moore, Ashton Lewis Jr. down in 10th. J-Mac in 11th. Oh, really? It couldn't have been Chad Chaffin, bro. If we're gonna get a shock winner, it couldn't have been Chad. Come on. Bobby Labonte and Harrison Burton DNF. Bobby's engine said nope. 4/10 of a second the margin of victory. It's not going to be Shane Hall. Thank God. I would have been so mad. Kevin Harvick wins at Auto Club. Beats Tony Stewart. Ran him down and passed him. Stewart in second. Dale Jr., John Killen, Matt Kenseth. Killen it with the win and top 5s. Kurt Busch in 6th. Johnny Sauter, Dan Pardis, Brian Vickers, Sasha Soares in 10th. John Killen wins, really? I can't believe it. Standings time. Everybody's favorite time. Damn. God dang. Dale Jr. absolutely mutilating everybody. 163 point lead over Kenseth. 172 over Jeff Burton. 4 wins already on the year. He's won 40% of the races so far. John Killen with a win. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 11.6 average finish gets you 4th place in the championship right now. Sauter, 277 back. 13th average finish. Johnny Benson's well into the top 10 in points. Oh my god. This is about to be such a weird point standings. I don't know. Jeff Burton, DNF. Dan Pardis, also DNFs. Nobody likes Dan Pardis, though. And fuck you, Shane Hall. Gotta get my licks in while I can at the end of this thing. 13-second margin of victory. Number 96. Dale Jr., 5th win on the year. Bobby Labonte finishes 2nd. Johnny Sauter, Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, your top 5. Jimmy Johnson, Jeremy Mayfield, Tim Sauter in 8th. Brian Vickers, John Killen in 10th. Yet again. How about that? And we missed out on having one more Sauter in the top 10. I don't need... No, I'm not scrolling far enough to find out where he's at, honestly. That's too much. Junior leads 315 laps. He's a man on a mission. Time for the Coke 600. Bobby Labonte won last year in his quest to win all the crown jewels. He didn't do it. Kenseth won it the year before, and then Dale Jr. won it the 3 years prior. So, I'm really... I think it's going to be Dale Jr. He's going to reclaim his throne and just continue his season of domination. I mean, good lord, he's been a missile this year. Thank God it's not going to be Shane Hall. 3.4 second margin of victory. Bobby Labonte also DNFs along with Coy Gibbs and Robbie Gordon. And Ashton Lewis Jr. is not going to sweep the crown jewels if you psychos were thinking about it. It's not going to happen. It is indeed. Oh, man. I'm kind of sad. Dale Jr. wins the Coke 600. Only led 192 laps. I know you guys see it too. Jimmy Johnson led 187, finishing 2nd. I would have been so pumped. Tony Stewart, John Killen, Johnny Sauter, your top 10, top 5. I've done it twice now. Jeff Burton, Jeremy Mayfield, look at all the J's. Steve Park, Brian Vickers, and Sasha Soares with the top 10. soaring right now in the 55 car, I guess. That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Oh no, Joe. Joe Moore, DNF. So does Bobby Labonte. He doesn't want it bad enough. He's not built for it. 7-second margin of victory. Oh, damn it. Craven DNFs after running 1 lap. Jeremy Mayfield led 4 laps, by the way, somehow. Don't know how. Show me Dale Jr. Oh my god. Yes. We're getting them all this year, baby. Now we just need Jamie McMurray and Ryan Newman. Jimmy Johnson finally figures out Dover, leads 173 laps after starting second. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Tony Stewart in second. Dale Jr., Jeff Burton, Eli Gold, your top 5. Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Dan Pardis, Kevin Harvick, John Killen, your top 10. Sauter, Johnny in 11th. Jimmy Jam, baby. Let's go. That makes me so happy. Just in time for Pocono probably to ruin everything. John Killen, DNF, 2.3 second margin of victory. Oh my god, he's gonna win 20 fucking races this year. Holy shit. Dale Jr. eating his Wheaties, 187 laps led. Kenseth finishes second. Kurt Busch in third. Rick Edwards fourth. Mikey in fifth. Jimmy in sixth. Tony Stewart, Ricky Craven, Johnny Sauter, Jay in ninth. Johnny in 10th. Craven, man, we need Craven. So we have Jimmy Johnson won already. We need Jamie McMurray, Ricky Craven, and Chad Chaffin really to just put the bow on this. And it very well could happen here. Night, Michigan. First award going out during this episode. Night, Michigan, best track in the simulation. It has provided so many bangers, so many cool winners. 1.9 second margin of victory. Ashton Lewis Jr. DNF'd. It's not Chad Chaffin. I was selfishly very much so hoping. Oh, it's Matt Kenseth. I mean, it's good to see Kenseth get a win. Steals one from Jimmy Johnson late in the goings, who finishes second. Joe Moore finishes third. Jeremy Mayfield, Kevin Harvick, Dale Jr., John Killen, J-Mac with a top 10. It could happen. Bobby Labonte and Elliott Sadler in 10th. Jamie McMurray, the years he wins, he usually gets a couple top 10s and then maybe a top 5 and then just pops a win. So it's possible. It's possible with I think he's got 2 top 10s. He could just get one at a road course. Oh my god. Before we get a chance to look at if Jamie McMurray is going to get one at a road course, like I just said, Scott Wimmer's 36th in points. Oh, the pain I feel for this man. Doesn't even have a pole this year. Damn it. Come on, Scott. Get it together. Yeah, well, I mean, we already know Junior's the points leader, right? Like, we knew that coming into this. He already has 7 wins. He's 2 away from 100, bro. Get out of here. Jimmy Jam, 11 career wins. He is 3rd in the points. Unfucking believable. And he's got pretty decent gap to Killen and Sauter, John and Johnny, and then Jeff quite a ways back also. All it takes, though, is a couple DNFs from these guys, and he's, Jimmy Johnson wins the points this year, maybe. I don't know. We don't have any DNFs, which means we can't rule anybody out right off the bat, other than Darrell Wolf and Steve Park, who Steve Park is up there with Brian Vickers as the most underwhelming, I'd say, in this simulation. Definitely think Steve Park would have got a win by now. Was hoping. Oh, it's Kenseth. Oh, man. I need a road course win from somebody random, not Matt Kenseth. Again, happy to see Kenseth win. Jeremy Mayfield second, Jeff Burton, Michael Waltrip, Kevin Harvick, your top 5. Johnny Benson, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, Brian Vickers, Ryan Newman, your top 10. J-Mac in 14th, Chad Chaffin in 16th. Jimmy, where are you? 23rd. Brother, get it together. The end of the night swing. Steve Park again, DNFs. A. Smith, DNFs. 2.7 second margin of victory. Ugh. Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Johnny fucking Sauter wins the last Pepsi 400. No, it's not the last Pepsi 400. There's another Michigan race to come. He wins the last Pepsi 400 at Daytona of the simulation. Tony Stewart finished second. Kurt Busch, Ashton Lewis Jr., Eli Gold, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Burton, Tim Sauter, Dale Jr., Shane Hall. Fuck off. Your top 10. Junior's just chilling now. He's just chilling. How about Johnny Sauter? 2 wins in this final season. What could have been? The night swing ends, the Daytona swing began, all in the same race last week. Jamie McMurray not going to win. Joe Moore and Ashton Lewis Jr., both DNF, 3.6 second margin of victory. It's probably going to be Jeff Burton, Matt Kenseth, or Dale Jr. Or Kurt Busch. That's good. I like to see that. Kurt Busch, your winner at the Daytona Road Course. Jeff Burton finishes in second. Ryan Newman, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, your top 5. Sasha A. Smith, Bobby Labonte, Matt Kenseth, Jeremy Mayfield, Chad Chaffin finished 11th. He started 3rd. Chad. No, Chad. Come on, man. We need the Chad Chaffin win. If he doesn't get it in this simulation, he is in the NASCAR Thunder 2000 mod. We'll see if he can get one in there, hopefully. Oh, Harvick. DNFs at the beach. Scott Wimmer and Brian Vickers. Not good. 3 second margin of victory. Kurt Busch again, back-to-back to end the Daytona swing. Leads 70 laps. Jimmy Johnson comes home in second again. Robbie Gordon in third. Tim Sauter, Matt Kenseth. Dale Jr., Jeff Burton, Johnny Sauter. We need one more. Tony Stewart, John Killen. Oh, no. I was hoping one more Sauter to get the trifecta. We would have got... That would have been so cool to get that in the last episode. I know we got it 2 episodes ago, but I want it just one more time, just to put all the nice, neat little bows on everything we need to in this simulation. But Jimmy Johnson having a season for his career, really. It's incredible. Well, oh my god. Okay. Coy Gibbs DNF'd. Brian Vickers also DNF'd. We're not surprised by Vickers DNFing. 0.085 second margin of victory. Who could it be? Who could it be? It could be Ricky Craven. Could be Chad Chaffin. Don't see either of them. Oh, no. Wait. Has he... Did he win 4 straight races just now? Kurt Busch? I don't think he did. He's won 3 of 4, I think. Wow. Okay. Kurt Busch wins at Chicagoland, sniping Tim Sauter. Dale Jr. finishes in 3rd. Eli Gold, Jeff Burton, your top 5. Jeremy Mayfield, Harvick, Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, and Arthur Smith, I guess, old Falcons coach, in 10th. Kurt Busch putting it on him right now. Perfect time to check the standings. We'll see how big Dale Jr.'s lead is. 289 points. Kurt has moved into 4th in points. Jimmy has slipped all the way down to 6th. Come on, Jimmy. Get it together. Junior's still just sitting at 98 wins. I swear, if he only wins one more race this year, I will be so sad. I will be so sad. 18 top 10s in 20 races. 13 top 5s in 20 races. 5.4 average finish for the 4-time champion. He's had a nuts season, and Kenseth has 3 wins. He's up to 90. He's not going to win 10 more races this year, but he's been mighty impressive in this simulation. Jeff Burton, I mean, the championship's all but over already. as bad as that sounds. Killen's still top 10 in points too, by the way. Johnny Benson hanging on. Oh man, Dale Jr. stinking up the show, but it's been exciting at least. No Brickyard hype. It might lose its date in the next sim if it's not exciting, because it's the Thunder 03. The Thunder 03 simulating engine. Just the stickers basically are modded to NASCAR Thunder 2000. I don't know. Maybe the Brickyard loses its spot and comes back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Scott Wimmer did not DNF, but he finished really low in the standings, which I hate to see. 3.9 second margin of victory. Jeff Burton gets one on the board in the final season. Leads 101 laps. Bobby Labonte finishes in second. He goes back-to-back at the Brickyard also, by the way. I failed to mention that. Harvick in third. Ashton Lewis Jr., Matt Kenseth fifth. Michael Waltrip, Kurt Busch, Dan Pardis, Ryan Newman, Coy Gibbs, your top 10. Joe Moore in 11th. No Dale Jr. anywhere. It really doesn't matter. I just want him to win a couple more races and be good. We can have shock winners from there on out. It would be awesome. Well, we might get a shock winner here. Bobby Labonte, Jeff Burton, DNF. 6.5 second margin of victory. It's possible. It's not going to be John Andretti, Brian Vickers, or Robbie Gordon. They all suck. It's probably going to be Junior, right? Junior or Kenseth. Yeah, it is. It's Kenseth. Kenseth wins. Only leads 6 laps. Past Sasha Source had trouble in the pits. I don't fucking know. A lot of laps, though. Coy Gibbs with a top 5. Let's go, Coy Gibbs. R.I.P. Ryan Newman finished 4th. Eli Gold in 5th. Johnny Sauter, John Killen, Kevin Harvick, Tim Sauter, and Darrell Wolf, your top 10. Where's Junior? What did you do? Why are you down here? Chad Chaffin, stop starting good road courses and win, please. I think that's the last road course anyways. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Random shit can happen. It's fine. Be hopeful. Now's the actual last Pepsi 400 of the sim. Tony Stewart, DNF, so did Michael Waltrip. 5.5 second margin of victory again. Yeah, not Brian Vickers. Don't worry, folks. Kurt Busch. God dang, Kurt. Another win. Leads 51 laps. John Killen and Johnny Sauter finished 2nd and 3rd. Matt Kenseth, Jerry Nadeau, Bobby Labonte, Johnny Benson, Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray with a top 10. And Jeff Burton in 10th. Again, Junior just not up here. He's just riding around, I guess. What are you doing? Go win 2 more races. Don't leave me hanging, you dick. I'm just kidding. I love Dale Jr. I saw Chad Chaffin somewhere in there. 15th. It's okay, Chad. J-Mac, I'm telling you, a couple of top 10s, he's just going to win a race. It's going to happen. Bristol Knight, Sharpie 500 for the last time. Dale Jr. won it last year for the first time in a long time. It was his 4th. It was his 4th Bristol Knight race, which I think is the most. Sterling Marlin has 3 in the simulation. That's 2nd. Yeah. Dale Jr.'s been really good at Bristol. No surprise. I've used that "It's Bristol, baby" clip a lot. So, let's go. 2 crown jewels left. Another check of the standings, and then the end of the season. It's been a hell of a ride. I know I've been going through these quick. It's because we have a lot of stuff to do afterwards. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm excited. Oh, and Bristol delivers. My cord fell out of my controller, so I'm going to sit here and soak this in. 1/10 of a second. The margin of victory. Ryan Newman DNF'd. Hate to see it. Would like to see him get a win in his final season. We need somebody to be our Matt DiBenedetto. Good God, that was so hard to say. It's not going to be Elliott Sadler. He finished in 35th. He stinks. Even though it literally has a lightning challenge where you win as him, he stinks. Eli Gold all the way down in 3rd. Or down in last. Ran 3 laps. That's where I got the 3rd from. Kurt Busch wins the Bristol Night Race, nipping Bobby Labonte. Led 293 laps, or held off Bobby Labonte, however you want to see it. Harvick finished in 3rd, Killen in 4th, Dale Jr. in 5th, Mikey, Rick Edwards, Joe Moore, Matt Kenseth, Ashton Lewis Jr. a top 10, Johnny Benson and Scott Wimmer in 11th and 12th. Man, Kurt has a lot of wins. He has a lot of wins. We're going to have to check the standings after we go to Darlington, which we're going to do right now. Jeff Burton won it last year. Insanity. I don't know. Again, another track Dale Jr. has been really good at. Harvick won one very early on. Tony Stewart has a Southern 500. Who it going to be this time? Couldn't fucking tell you. Robbie Gordon started on the pole. It's 1.138 second margin of victory. Shane Hall down here in 36th. Tough. Tough for him. Good for us. Tony Stewart. I mentioned him. I said Tony Stewart. Tony beats Dale Earnhardt Jr. to his 99th win. Tony didn't win his 99th, but Dale Jr. didn't either. Wow. Jeff Burton in 3rd. Jeremy Mayfield in 4th. Jeremy Mayfield led the most laps, 169. Nice. Brian Vickers in 5th. Ryan Newman, Matt Kenseth, Killen, Jimmy Johnson, and Kevin Harvick down in 10th. Incredible. Incredible. Thank you, Smoke. On this episode of How Bad Do the Point Standings Look? Oh my god, it's getting close. Junior, in the summer of dread, has not won a race since like the halfway mark of the season. Still at 98. Kenseth up to 91. He's in 2nd. Kurt Busch has won 5 races this year and is 3rd in the points with a 10.7 average finish. What's Kenseth's? 7.6 and Junior's is 6.2. Ah, it's 7. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. What a charge from Kurt Busch. Not going to be enough to get there. Obviously, 400 points back is a lot. But, wow. 5 race wins. He won literally like 4 of them in a 7-race stretch. We can check. I forget. We have the schedule. Kurt Busch, back to back. Kenseth, Burton, Kurt Busch, Kurt Busch, Kurt Busch. It was 5 out of 7. Look at me go. That's incredible. He literally won 3 straight races. And then won 2 more. And then Tony Stewart won, obviously, the Southern 500. 10 races left. What is this championship battle gonna brew into? I don't know. Time to find out. It's gonna be a 5.5 second margin of victory with 3 DNFs. We're one of them. Harrison Burton's back with a DNF. Dale Jr. wins number 99. Foot back on the gas. 10 bonus points. Jimmy in 2nd again. Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Matt Kenseth. Jr., obviously the highest finishing Chevy Monte Carlo. Kenseth in 5th. Jeff Burton, Coy Gibbs, Jerry Mayfield, Robbie Gordon, Johnny Benson with a top 10. I need Jamie McMurray to just come out of nowhere and win like Kansas. Something really random. Chad Chaffin's running out of races too, man. I don't know. Oh, not good. Johnny Benson, DNFs. I figured he was going to lead laps. He has led quite a few laps at New Hampshire, I feel like, from what I've seen. 13-second margin of victory. It was a stomping. Kenseth. Oh, dude. Matt Kenseth stops Dale Jr. from getting win number 100. Tony Stewart finishes in 3rd. Jeff Burton in 4th. Eli Gold with a top 5. Kevin Harvick, Johnny Sauter, Jay Sauter, Scott Wimmer with a top 10, and John Killen rounds it out. Scott Wimmer hasn't gotten a top 10 in so long. It's so good to see you here. Steve Park, DNF. Scott Wimmer got it all out in 1 race. He finished 35th. Steve Park, the only DNF, though. Win number 100 for Dale Jr. Starts on pole, finishes in 1st, leads only 97 laps. That's a shocker. Johnny Sauter in 2nd, Brian Vickers with a top 5, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch also top 5s, Joe Moore, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Burton, Ryan Newman, Rick Edwards, your top 10. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Junior has won his 100th race. What a career. What a career he's had, man. Oh, Brian Vickers. Why have you forsaken us? Ashton Lewis Jr. is down here too. Jerry Nadeau. Margin of victory not looking good. Not looking good. I can tell you guys that. Bobby Labonte wins at Kansas. I was hoping to call J-Mac shot, and I did not. Kurt Busch in 2nd. Johnny Sauter, Jeff Burton, Tim Sauter, Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, Jeremy Mayfield, Robbie Gordon, Dale Jr. in 10th. Kenseth down in 12th. The championship fight's not going to be much. It's going to be Junior running away with it. I forgot we had Talladega left. Honestly, Tim Sauter, DNFs. No more road courses, but there was one more wild card. Who could it be? 4.8 seconds. It literally could be anybody. It's Tony Stewart. After starting 2nd, leads 98 laps, 10 bonus points. Vickers in 2nd, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Matt Kenseth, your top 5. Dale Jr., Johnny Sauter, Johnny Benson, Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Johnson is in 10th. Rick Edwards down in 11th. It's sad, you know, Chad Chaffin not getting a win. J-Mac probably not getting a win. It's just so late in the season. No more wild card races. Those guys have carried the last half of the simulation, really. Standings time. Dale Jr. by 198 points. Kurt Busch 461 back. It would take massive collapses from these two for Kurt Busch to get his name in the ring. Jr. 100 wins, 9 wins on the year, 6.5 average finish. He dropped it down even further. I mean, he's been outside of the top 10 for 5 races. That's incredible stuff. 8 seconds. Margin of victory. Johnny Sauter, Scott Wimmer, Ricky Craven, all DNF. Along with Chad Chaffin. Oh, no, Chad. We'll get you in better equipment next time, man. Kenseth wins. Win 95, probably. I don't know. Jeff Burton finishes in second. Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, Kevin Harvick, your top 5. Dale Jr., Kurt Busch, Michael Waltrip, Johnny Benson, Eli Gold, your top 10. Man, Kenseth stomped him. 294 laps led. Just nuts. Game really had to think about it. Dan Partis DNF'd. Trying to be nice to him, I understand. 2.7 seconds. Your gap from first to second. Kenseth wins again. He's trying. He is trying. 10 bonus points. Gives him 185 to Junior's 160. Another 25 points gained. Killen finishes in second. Johnny Sauter, Jay Sauter, Dale Jr. down in 5th. Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Jeff Burton, Kevin Harvick, Eli Gold in 6th. Jimmy in 11th. Jimmy Jam. Wow, Kenseth has really turned it on here late. There's hope yet. 0.098. Less than a tenth of a second. It's not J-Mac, unfortunately. I don't know why I scrolled that way. But I did. Smith, DNFs. Jimmy Johnson wins his second race of the year. Dale Jr. finishes in second. Jeff Burton, Ryan Newman, Bobby Labonte, your top 5. Kurt Busch in 6th. Kenseth, Killen, Ashton Lewis Jr., Johnny Benson down in 10th. Jimmy, thank you. Thank you. Too bad it wasn't Ricky Craven or Chad Chaffin, or Jamie McMurray for that matter. But thank you. Kenseth DNFs. Chad Chaffin also, well, he didn't DNF, but he finished last of the people that were running still. Johnny Sauter DNFs. Michael Waltrip made it a lap. 8.2 seconds. It's Dale Jr.'s championship now. I was going to say it's around a race. We'll check after this, but there's no need to check. And Jeff Burton brings it home, leading 291 laps. Tony Stewart, Dale Jr., 2nd and 3rd. Kurt Busch, Johnny Benson, your top 5. Bobby Labonte, Rick Edwards, Kevin Harvick in 8th. Shane Hall, and Ashton Lewis Jr., your top 10. It's kind of like last season all over again, where it's like, oh, it might be close. There's a chance that he could bring it back, and then a DNF late. Tough scenes for Matt Kenseth. Dale Jr., I think it's a 2-race lead now. Your champ here in 2021, his 5th championship. Let's go see what happens the last 2 races of the year. Chad Chaffin, DNFs, breaking everybody's heart. Well, my heart, and like one other person that I can't remember. Can't remember his name, and I'm sorry, sir. I'm gonna look it up now because I feel bad. He's been cheering for Chad Chaffin so hard. So hard. Is it this video where I can find it quickly? It is. Mr. Lambert, I'm sorry. I was hoping for it too. He's got one more race to try and do it. It's not looking likely. Tony Stewart wins at Homestead. Leads 197 laps. Bobby Labonte in 2nd. Kenseth Jr., Kurt Busch, your top 5. Brian Vickers, Johnny Sauter, Smith, Jimmy Johnson, Jay Sauter in 10th. Man, one last race. One last race. I can't believe it. 20 years of simming. Hour episode basically every time. So like 20 hours of recording. I don't know how much editing's gone into this thing, looking for clips, doing research. it's sad. It's sad. It's tough. It's tough. This has been incredible. I just want to take the time to say thank you one more time. Let's go on to Atlanta. Let's see who our final race winner is going to be. And then, for the last time in the NASCAR Thunder 2003 20-year sim, we'll get out of here after some awards. Well, he won a couple races and he leaves us with disappointment anyways. Jimmy Johnson. Everybody point and laugh at this man. He DNF'd. Couldn't even have the gall to finish your last race. Whatever. 1.5 second margin of victory. Another banger at Atlanta. It's been a great championship race. And Johnny Sauter. How fitting. Johnny Sauter. I tried so hard to get him in the 24. And he makes it count. Winning the last race of 2021 and the last race of the 20-year sim. Harvick finishes in second. Kurt Busch, Ashton Lewis Jr. ends it with a top 5. Bobby Labonte in 5th. Dale Jr. down in 6th. Tony Stewart in 7th. Jeff Burton, Matt Kenseth, Johnny Benson, your top 10. Tim Sauter in 11th. Dan Pardis, Sasha Soares, Jeremy Mayfield, Rick Edwards to 15th. Eli Gold, A. Smith, who I've still never bothered to learn your first name, I'm sorry, in 17th. Robbie Gordon, Ryan Newman started on the pole. Shane Hall finishes in 20th. Coy Gibbs, Chad Chaffin, Darrell Wolfe, John Killen, Ricky Craven down in 25th. Joe Moore, Jay Sauter, Jerry Nadeau, Jamie McMurray, Brian Vickers in 30th. Mikey in 31st. Elliott Sadler, Scott Wimmer, Steve Park, Ken Patterson, I think, John Andretti, somebody, I don't know, us, Jimmy Johnson. What fun this has been. This has been so much fun. So many ups and downs with some of the drivers I really enjoy. Man, I had a fucking blast. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to get to awards. We're looking at career stats. We're going to do all that stuff. Taking a look at the standings. Dale Jr., obviously, points champion yet again, number 5. Kenseth in 2nd. Kurt Busch, Jeff Burton, Tony Stewart, your top 5. Harvick, Sauter, Johnny Sauter, obviously. Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Johnson with a top 10 points finish. John Killen with a top 10 points finish. Johnny Benson, Jeremy Mayfield, Ryan Newman, Rick Edwards, Ashton Lewis Jr., Brian Vickers, Dan Pardis, Eli Gold, Joe Moore, Mikey, your top 20. Jay Sauter, Tim Sauter, Ricky Craven, Sasha Soares, Coy Gibbs, Chad Chaffin, Al Smith, Darrell Wolfe, Shane Hall, Robbie Gordon, J-Mac down in 31st. Had 2 top 10s this year. Couldn't quite get there. Just couldn't quite do it. He did have a year where he had top 4 top 10s, didn't win a race. J-Mac, 3 wins, though. I don't know if he's in the 2000 sim. Somebody let me know if he is. I can't remember. Would like to get him in a good car. Elliott Sadler in 21st. John Andretti, Scott Wimmer, Jerry Nadeau, Steve Park. Let's see how many laps John Andretti has led for his career. If we can. We can't. That's fine. I wanted to see it, if it was a thing. Yeah. I mean, what a simulation this has been. This has been so much fun. Jay Sauter, the pole man the last year, had 36 poles. He had 18 the last 2 years combined. Jackpot 5, John Killen, Dale Jr., Johnny Sauter, all Jackpot 5 winners. Chevy wins the final manufacturer championship. Dale Jr., your lap champ at 2,828. I mean, incredible. Domination. Absolute domination. Jay, we already saw his polls. We'll look at Jimmy Johnson while we're here. 12 career wins, 96 top 5s, 247 top 10s. Hopefully he's better in the 2000 sim. I really hope he is. And I know he can be good in this, so we might revisit this one day. I'm not sure. But shout out Jimmy. Anybody else? Tony Stewart we'll look at too. 50 career wins for Smoke. That is awesome. He started the simulation with 12 wins, ends with 50, 294 top 5s, I'm typing this all into my spreadsheet as I go. 540 top 10s, no championships is tough. He had a couple of seasons where he had shots and just couldn't make it happen, like last year where he finished second. 2018, I really don't think he had a chance. He kind of did late, maybe, against Jeff Burton. I can't really remember. Finished second in 2014 to Jeff Gordon in his last year. I don't know how close the points were that year either. I'm going to definitely have to go check because I'm pretty sure... I'll save it. I'll save it. We'll wait. Yeah. Shout out Tony Stewart. Ryan Newman, 47 poles, 5 wins on his career, won 2 last year, and then just really spread them out. Took all the way until 2007 to win his first race. He could have been better. I think he could have been better. He won 2 races the first year. I did a mess around sim. Him and Jimmy Johnson both won like 2 or 3 races. Scott Wimmer, 41 poles. Did he have... He had 6 less poles than Ryan Newman. That's incredible. 2 career top 5s, 13 top 10s, 1 in his final season. I love it. I love it. Let's look at the winners. Dale Jr. with 9 finishes with an even hundo for his career. I mean, he was insane. A 5-time champion. The 100 wins, I'm not so sure about, but the 5-time champion thing, maybe not 5, but definitely could have been championship material in the Cup Series had things gone a little differently in his career. But won it in 21 and then went back-to-back 16 and 17. And randomly won it in 2010 to stop Dale Jarrett. And then he won the first one all the way back in 2002. I mean, nuts career. Sorry, my throat is very dry right now. Literally won 95 races in the simulation. I don't even know. Had 340 top 5s, and then 506 top 10s. That is inhuman. Kenseth, also very good. 94 career wins. Had 93 of them in the sim. Started his career with 1 win when we started doing this. Ends with 94. That's 2 less wins than Junior had the entire time. Actually had 3 more top 5s than Dale Jr. I'm going to have to pull up my videos to see what Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon did. But I'll just take a quick pause and go look at those. 355 top 5s is insane. 543 top 10s. Only the 1 championship somehow. That's crazy. That is crazy. Ends with 6 less wins, but 3 more top 5s and a lot more top 10s. It's crazy. It is crazy. 521 top 10s in the simulation. 346 top 5s is insane. Obviously, we talked about the 93 wins. Second only to Junior. Kurt Busch had a respectable career. 27 wins. Started the simulation with 0. I completely missed his first win. 209 top 5s gives him 206 for the simulation. And then 410 top 10s gives him 404 in the sim. Again, Kurt, really good. Couple of close calls in the points. Could have won a couple times, and I mean, it was later. It's just slipped up. If there was more years, maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I was hoping he would get one, though. He was one of the guys I was hoping for. We looked at Tony already. Johnny Sauter, 12 wins in his career. I think is more than Jimmy Johnson. But 71 top 5s, 141 top 10s. That's a good career. And it would have kept going longer had the sim not quit. Well, obviously it quit. It's 20 years. But Bobby Labonte, a 1-time champion. 55 wins. Insane. Had that crazy 2019 where he just went nuts. Had an 8.3 average finish. And then after that, just really didn't do much to finish out the last 2 years. And was he ever close before he did that? not especially close. Not especially close for Bobby Labonte after that. Obviously, we've talked about Jimmy, who had 12 wins. So him and Sauter tied. Jeff Burton is a guy I want to look at. 74 wins. 2 short of Dale Sr. with the 2 wins he had this year. 348 career top 5s and 618, good lord, top 10s. And he's a 2-time champion. Started with 17 wins. So he won, 57 races in the sim. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good for old Jeff Burton. Yeah, I mean, really good in this stretch. First, second, and first with a third before it. He was close a couple of times earlier in the sim and just couldn't quite get it done. Ashton Lewis Jr., 2 race wins. I'm happy with it. John Killen won a race, which blew my mind. Harvick wins a race in the last year, too, which is good to see. Another guy that had potential to win a championship, just never could put it all together. 32 wins, 196 top 5s, and 392 top 10s. Obviously, the 0 championships, much different than real life. Came into the simulation and won 30 races and 190 top 5s, and holy crap, I don't know how to math, 376 maybe top 10s. He started with 16. Insane stuff from Harvick. All these guys have been fantastic. Who led? Yeah, Junior, 22 top 5s, 20 or 31 top 10s. Not quite as good as either his 16 or 17 season. I thought early on it was going to be the most dominant season ever, like 12 race wins, something like that, but he just fell off in the summertime. 6.1 average finish is actually better than 2016, but not as good as 2017. But yes, Dale Jr. was fantastic. I'm going to go do the math on Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon real quick, and then it'll be award time. All right, after doing some math, we are back. Dale Jarrett ended his simulation with 7 championship wins, including 5 in a row, I think is what it was. No, it was 4 in a row. Sorry, I can't count or remember anything. Dale Jarrett, 7-time champ, 4 championship wins in a row, 7 in the simulation in total, 98 career wins, 358 top 5s, and 529 top 10s. Very similar stats to Junior at the end of the day, where we are in 2021. And then Jeff Gordon, 126 wins, 407 top 5s, 565 top 10s. I think that's probably where Junior would have ended up at after 3 more championship seasons. So Jeff Gordon started with 56 wins, so he won 70 races in the simulation. 360 top 5s, and oh my gosh, I don't even know, a lot. 455, something like that, top 10s. Insanity. Jarrett had 329 top 10s, 117 top 5s, and 70 wins. I can't tell if that's a 6 or an 8 actually, but that's fine. 70 wins or 72 wins, I can't tell. But I mean, just incredible. These guys were so much fun to watch. I had a blast. I had so much fun. And now it is time. I have to turn the settings off. Where is, I don't know. Accepting responses. Turn it off. We're not accepting responses anymore to the NASCAR Thunder 03 Awards show, voted on by you guys. Best name has to be, I mean, there's really 3 of them in consideration for best name. My Dick Comes, that's a good one. Very creative. Scott Wimmer, the GOAT, obviously has my vote. And the Destroyer of the Cheatin' Yoders. I can't pick a favorite. They're all good. The Destroyer of the Cheatin' Yoders is great. Scott Wimmer, the GOAT. You can guess who his vote for GOAT was. But the first question and the first award we are going to hand out is who had the most dominant season. And this poll was dominated. The options were 2004 Dale Jarrett, who had 10 wins, 21 top fives, and 28 top tens, a 7.8 average finish. 2017 Dale Jr., who had 10 wins, 23 top fives, 33 top tens, and a 5.2 average finish. 2016 Dale Jr. with his 9 wins, 25 and 30, with a 6.6 average finish. Or 2014 Gordon with 90 wins, 22 top fives, and 31 top tens, 7.6 average finish. Overwhelming 100% out of all 10 responses that I got, which thank you guys so much. That is way more than I thought I was going to get. 2017 Dale Jr. had the most dominant season out of everybody in the simulation. The best rookie season, I couldn't find any more other than Ron Hornaday and Johnny Sauter. And Ron Hornaday with like 3 wins. I mean, crazy rookie season in the 9-car filling in for Bill Elliott. Wins rookie of the season. The most surprising winner. Again, this one, not that close, really. Shane Hall, with 60% of the votes, is the most surprising winner of the simulation. I can't argue with that. J-Mac had 20% of the vote. Sasha Soares ended up getting 10% late because I left it an option open for people to write in their votes. Biggest cult hero. This was not how it looked earlier. For a long time, it was tied between Jamie McMurray and Ron Hornaday. Scott Wimmer wins. Something I did not get to say in the entire simulation. Scott Wimmer is the biggest cult hero in the 20-year sim. Jamie McMurray and Scott Wimmer. Who is the true king? Nobody can decide. It is tied 50-50. Which is incredible. I'm going to go ahead and give that one to J-Mac. He won a couple of races. Jamie McMurray, the king, the true king of the simulation. Only because Scott Wimmer already won biggest cult hero. You can't be a cult hero and a king at the same time. I guess you can, but it's fine. Best season. I left this one up to you guys. I didn't have any options. And I'm going to have to check. Okay. So yes. Oh, I lost my thing. With 4 of the 7 responses, 2014 was the best season. That's the year Jeff Gordon won his 8th title. I don't know what the championship fight looked like, but Kurt Busch won the Daytona 500, which was awesome. Tony Stewart won the Coke 600 and the Bristol Night Race, and then Jeff Gordon also won the Southern 500 with, oh gosh, Jeff Burton winning the Brickyard for the first time in 3 tries, or first of 3. I don't really remember what happened in 2014. Oh my gosh, that's right. There was a lot of shock winners in 2014. That is right. So yes, I lied. It was 5 of the 7 responses. Someone said they were all great. I'd say the one with the most upsets, which was also 2014. Somebody said season 13, which was 2014. And then 2014 had 3 votes originally. And then the most important question, which arguably could change now at the end of this. Who is the GOAT of the simulation? Other than you guys that have watched this thing from whenever you started watching it. I don't know why I was trying to save. From whenever you started watching it up until now, y'all watching this have been the GOATs. That's the real answer. But out of the 10 responses, 6 of them said Dale Jarrett is the GOAT. And with that, this universe is done. It's weird to say. I can feel tears warming my eyes a little bit. This is sad. This is sad, man. I've enjoyed doing this so much. I've had so much fun doing this. It's been fun interacting with you guys. I know that's not going to go away. Obviously, we're going to do a couple more sims. We're going to do NASCAR the 2000 mod, and then probably 2004 after that because somebody asked if I was going to do it. So we'll probably do that. If there's anything else you guys want to see me do, please feel free to let me know. Join the Discord, comment on a video, follow me on Twitter and DM me on Twitter, follow the Facebook page, whatever it may be. Feel free to let me know what you want to see. I will try and make it happen. I will try to the best of my abilities to make it happen. Maybe NASCAR or NR 2003, who knows? But thank you guys so much. So much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed the award show. It wasn't, I mean, I don't know what it's going to be yet. I haven't edited it yet. But I'm so grateful for all of you for subscribing and commenting. And we'll see you very soon. Sometime next week. This is the end of daily episodes. Our daily uploads for a while. I just wanted to get this done before I started my new job and started the 2000 sim. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been incredible. And we'll see you guys when we start the NASCAR Thunder 2000 sim. Thanks for watching. Peace.